Please welcome to the stage the President and CEO of SingularityU Canada, Oren Berkovich.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here and thrilled to welcome all of you to the second SingularityU Canada Summit. Thank you. You've made it. We're all here. I'd like to start by asking, why are we here? Well, first, we're here because place matters. We are gathered on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional gathering place of diverse indigenous people, including the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Inuit, and many others. So we're here thanks to the histories, languages, and cultures that have marked this territory for centuries. We're also here because at some level, we all feel something different is happening in our world and in our lives. Things are happening so quickly. We're all becoming increasingly curious about the future, or feel we have some sort of responsibility to be more informed about it. Many of us are here to learn what's happening right now across all these different technologies and industries, which is great because we'll definitely be covering a lot of that over the next couple of days. But there's another reason why we're here. One that is less obvious, perhaps even one you haven't considered. We're here to learn not just about technology, but also about personal agency. Let me explain. In 2016, I and a few other Canadians were fortunate to attend an executive program at Singularity University. Like many of you, I didn't really know what to expect. I was there to learn about technology and how it's impacting the way we live and work. It was an incredible week. I met amazing people and really got an opportunity to remove myself from the day-to-day of work and focus on the future. Now, for those of you who are new to Singularity University, our name is something of a misnomer. We're not a traditional university, and in fact, we don't actually believe in the singularity. But that's a whole other conversation we'll have much later tonight over a few drinks. We are a global movement aimed at providing individuals and organizations with the tool set, skill set, and most importantly, the mindset to really leverage exponential thinking to solve big problems. The kind of problems that impact many of us in Canada and so many others globally. Water, energy, food, education, health, and other global grand challenges. We covered many of these topics at the program I attended, but it was really a journey from inspiration to action. On the last day of the program, one of the Singularity University faculty members, David Roberts, put up a picture of a baby. And he asked, how much potential does a baby have? At the time, I didn't fully appreciate how powerful that question was. But not long after, my wife and I had our first child. I'd like to introduce you to Nina. She's the one on your left. Sorry, you're right. She kind of looks like Piglet in this one, but... Now, I know many of you are parents. I am fairly new to this. But to me, the answer to the question of how much potential does a baby have is clear. Unlimited. Yes, they're just babies, but they can change the world. We don't know what their future holds. What if I ask you that question? How much potential do you have? What will your answer be? If I think about myself, I can't say that I can answer it with the same level of certainty. Do you have the potential to change the world? What about your organization? My guess is that these questions make us all feel a little uncomfortable, right? But think about all the people you know, all the years of experience you've had. You must have more potential than a baby. Not only that, it shouldn't come as news to any of us that we each now have access to technology, to capital, to talent that was previously only accessible to large companies or governments. My biggest takeaway from my Singularity University experience was that the thing that is exponential is actually us, people. More specifically, it's people who have an idea they feel passionate about and actually believe they have the potential to do something about it. It doesn't have to be a big idea that can change the world. It really is just about taking that first step. Because ideas have this ripple effect. A small idea that is shared repeatedly has tremendous power and can really grow way beyond what you originally expected. We underestimate how fast technology is changing our future. Well, I argue that similarly, we underestimate how our own ideas can do the same. I know I did. Our idea was simply to bring a few partners together and facilitate a strategic conversation about the future. When we shared this idea with leaders at EPCOR and ATB, we were thrilled to find how much they too cared about bringing this conversation to more people. So they started sharing this idea and brought in other partners to join us. Deloitte, EEDC, KPMG, TELUS, and Suncor all joined as well and shared in their networks. Before we knew it, we had the support of many academic institutions and other partners, both national and local, across all sectors. Truly a group of uncommon partners. And what a better place to have this conversation than in Alberta, right? Woo! Something that a few months ago started as just an idea brought 1,000 of us here in this room right now. Thanks to EPCOR, there are 1,000 students that will be joining us on this journey just down the hall. And across the country, thousands more will be joining in a network of satellite events from the Yukon all the way to St. John. I believe we are at an intersection between opportunity and capability. And if we're engaged, smart, and work collectively and creatively in the same direction, we truly have a potential to create a spectacular future. So, why are we here? The summit has been designed to shift our mindset, to realize that we each have an unlimited potential. Yes, you're going to learn a lot about technology. And yes, you're going to meet some amazing people. But this is not a traditional conference. Over the next 2 days, we will provide you with the content, inspiration, and space to truly discover some of the biggest ideas that are shaping our future. You will meet global leaders like David Bray, emerging innovators like Julie Legault, and inspiring changemakers like Jack Sim, who dare to put their ideas out there. To guide you through this conversation, we are so lucky to have two of the most gifted facilitators in our SU universe, Jeff Rogers and Lisa K. Solomon. There are no better guides to weave together the thread that will shape your personal experience at the summit than Jeff and Lisa. My advice to you, get engaged. Suspend your disbelief just for a little bit. Give yourself permission to turn off some of the emails, to not take some of the calls. Truly immerse yourself in what's happening here in the next couple of days. And most importantly, share your ideas. Because you really don't know how fast they can scale and the impact they can have. I hope these are amazing few days for you. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the SU family.